She says every one of them, all the weavers have their own designs and their own colors.
Okay.
If a friend says, listen, I want one just like that, you know, they'll make them for it. But if she's the designer, and she has her colors and her patterns and her styles that she does.
Like any other artist.
Just like any other artist.
Okay.
Es igual.
Okay.
She says it's the same thing, it's the table runner.
Very cool.
Este ya está terminado.
But it's all finished. It's got the fringes on the end.
Yes.
Right now, the end pieces where the wood are will turn into these.
Okay. So she probably does that last.
Yes, that would be the last phase. Estos son el último que haces porque este
Sí,
es donde
ya,
está
donde
amarrado.
está amarrado.
Sí.
Le quito todo esto, tengo que desatarlo y luego hago separado la norma.
Okay. She says when it's all done and she undoes it all up there, then she adorns the ends.
Okay. Very.
4 generaciones.
Four generations that they've been weavers. Tienes mucho talento porque está muy bonito todo lo que haces.
Gracias.
¿Puedes explicar qué tú estás haciendo?
Ajá. Esto, el diseño le llamamos la semilla de la calabaza.
She says this is the design is called the like seed of a squash.
Y este que ya está terminado es la bandera.
And this part that they've already finished is the flag.
The flag.
The Independence Month for Guatemala. So
Oh.
this would be like our 4th of July. September for them is their month of independence in Guatemala. So that's why this design. Okay, like they take a torch from one town to another town, lighting the torches. Kind of like the Olympics torch is passed. So they take one torch from this town and go and light another torch in the next town, and from that town they take their torch and they go and light the torch in another town. ¿Es el 17?
El 14.
El 14, the
A las
14th.
6 de la tarde suben la bandera.
At the
15.
El 14. Lo suben y al del 15 lo
Oh, sí.
bajan.
okay, on the 14th of September they raise the flag, and then on the 15th it comes back down.
Okay.
Con bandas de las escuelas y muy alegre.
With the school bands, and it's a big celebration. Everybody is very happy and very celebratory.
Yeah. And then it's all month, not just like one day.
¿Celebras todo el mes o solo un día?
Empieza desde el 12, 13, 14 y 15.
From the 12th to the 15th.
Okay. So a big celebration.
Oh yeah.
Y el 15 un desfile de
They
los
have big school parades, and from the colleges down to the younger kids in the schools, you know, teaching the traditions and everybody wearing their traditional clothing and such to carry things forward and not forget. ¿Hacen todo a mano?
a mano.
Yeah,
A mano,
everything handmade.
Like.
Sure. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because this design is from another town. And seeing that design, they said, oh, that's from, ¿cuál es Lepe?
Zumpango.
Zumpango is the town that this design came from.
Los identifica, tanto como los trajes y como los idiomas.
Okay. They said the clothing is kind of like languages.
Okay.
It kind of identify where you come from. And for me, for years and years and years, and just tradition, different designs and colors were used by different villages, and you could kind of identify where people were from
Yeah.
by what they were wearing.
Is that because of the resources?
Just been handed down generation to generation. And, you know, with all the traditions over the years, those designs and colors have just stuck with the, you know, it's a generational thing. It's just been passed down. You know that saying, you know, this is the way it's always been done? That's more or less, you know, we've always done it this way. Have always been our designs, and I think that over the years you do something so long that you don't remember who started it. You know, but you can imagine as populations grow, you know, Waukesha didn't used to be this big, and we've kind of grown into Brookfield, and Brookfield's grown into Milwaukee, into West Allis, and you know, I mean, so, but before, when we were separated and we were more of a small knit community, you know, you have your designs and your colors, and this is who we are, and you keep your identity. You don't want to lose that identity.
Yeah.
And that just keeps getting passed down generation to generation.
Yeah, kind of like school colors too.
Exactly, exactly. I came from Waukesha South, and I still, red and black are still some of my favorite colors.
Same with Muskego.
You know, you have your, if you came from north, purple is, there you go, see? Yep, that winds up being, you just have a propensity to that.
Para que no se termine la cultura, sí.
In their culture and their traditions, she says that there are actually more weavers and more people carrying on the traditions because, again, with the population growth, and the parents, the grandmothers and grandfathers, and have passed this down to the children and the children, and it makes them very happy as parents to see their young children picking up on it and enjoying it and carrying on those traditions. That recently her nephew got married, and it was beautiful. The wedding, there were so many different colors because the huipiles, which are these shirts, the blouses, there were flowers and birds and everything, you know, woven into these fabrics, and everybody was all dressed up in, you know, traditional, the traditional clothes and woven material that was done by hand. That it was just beautiful. And I asked her, I said, kind of like a garden. She says, yes, there were just so many colors, you know, that it. So I asked her, I said, yeah, but everybody at the wedding had dressed traditionally. And he makes it into aprons or different things like that. But so she's the weaver and he's the sewer.
So is it common for men to help out?
Es muy común para que los hombres ayuden.
Sí, hay dos medios para cómo apoyar a las esposas.
Okay.
Por ejemplo, muchos
he says there are different ways that you help out your partners. Okay. At times, as she's weaving right now, she's weaving a table runner. So when this is done, it's one project completed. Other times, as she's weaving cloth to be made into other things, whether it's an apron or a purse. You know, you have purses of different sizes, and her husband sews these. Okay, as she's woven the cloth, you know, whether it's wallets, purses of different sizes, clothing, that's when he uses material that his wife has woven. Now, nothing is wasted, okay? The material that this came from, you might have another piece of that big piece of material that was made into a purse. Part of it might have been used for a shirt. But nothing is wasted, because even the dolls, those little pieces of scraps of cloth are used. These, the children make when they come home from school. So these are made, you know, from the youngsters make these. So just when she started, when she was 8 years old, she probably started with making dolls. and learning the arts. So, like I said, nothing's wasted. When she wants a new skirt, wants something of a different color, she tells him, and she says, you know, I make me a new skirt, and he makes her a new skirt.
Wow, I wish we could see that.
He also made Bud's shirt, and he enjoys making those tremendously. He says he really enjoys those. And this is
Spin around.
Amy. Y Amy hizo la tela, esa tela también.
Model in making.
De la tela.